in say/1.
Let's do it. It's a big do.
Indeed, Peaks of Baekdu. Man, I haven't seen many games on this for a long time, except for like random show matches that I sometimes host. So I'm excited to see these two top-notch players play on this map.
I used to remember how to pronounce this properly, but I do not anymore. Oh well.
I do not know either. I do not know. But in any case, we are going into Game 3. Diggity, are you ready?
Let's do it.
I don't think this is good for Sonny at all. The lurker. Ace! He's trying to do as much damage. He's actually going for the Spore Colony. This mini position by Hemi. Scan!
I will make you understand.
And here we go. Game 3 between Ace and Scan to determine who will be the champion of the ISL. In the top position as the Red Terran, we do have Scan, the ex-pro gamer. And in the bottom position, Sniper Zerg, Ace.
Ace. Wow, last match Ace looked solid. He really did all the way through, and then just wasn't able to get it finished. I thought he was in a great macro position. And no overload speed. Scan really impressing me with all the positional play. With those vultures diving in at the absolute perfect timing. That drop, I think, was extremely significant as well. So these guys, obviously, very even matched. I would not be shocked if this went 2-9 now on Peaks of Baekdu. Very influential map in Brood War and really popular map overall. Actually inspired Crossfire in the StarCraft 2 map set.
Indeed it did. Indeed it did. Now, I do see drones being made. Hopefully it's a 12 hatch. Oh, actually, yes. I wanted to comment. There is this annoying thing on this map. The Overlord is just getting to it now. You see this little narrow bridge, right, that the Overlord is just getting to. Only, it's kind of like on Blue Storm. Only certain units can pass through here. Small units can pass. So, for example, Dragoons, as a Protoss player, I know that Dragoons cannot pass through here. And if you just try to A-move your way across the map, you will get some serious pathing issues. So, really, this map forces you to babysit your army even more than usual.
Yeah, and we'll see how it works out. I really feel like all the ramps and everything, if that vulture play was opening up, the mines could again be devastating. I'm almost expecting Scan, especially after the double opening thus far, going mech to open up mech once more. This is a map where you can easily take your natural expansion. Mech is brutal because so many slots. The problem then is just keeping an eye on positioning with those spider mines out in open field. We do have a barracks creating that front door seal. And that drone's still managing to sneak in, and he is going to see that gas take early.
Indeed, and just now, Ace did a very fancy trick right there. Delayed Scan's barracks by quite a bit by dancing the drone around and not allowing the SCV to plant it in the proper location for the wall. So Scan will be just ever so slightly behind, and of course, slightly annoyed by that. And it looks like Ace continuing to be annoying with this drone, trying to do the spitting action, that acid spit of the drone. Actually, it says spines, but I'm going to go with acid spit on this one, because it seems pretty deadly.
Yeah, acid spit. I'd almost wonder, like, okay, drones can chew through minerals, so can SCVs. Minerals look like the hardest things ever. Just horrible. You'd think that they just have these gigantic, powerful lasers that they would be able to do like massive damage to everything with.
This is actually true, because yeah, I mean, you use minerals to build all the other units, right? So, like, a siege tank's armor would be made out of the same material, so why can't... Wait a minute, that explains everything. That's why, like, probes and SCVs, man, they're pretty good against siege tanks. It all makes sense to me now. But we do have a gas down for Ace, so it looks like it is going to be a 2-hatch build. And, uh-oh, what is this? A proxy factory from Scan. Oh, no, some kind of shenanigans going down here. Probably going to make vultures out of this. Or, I don't know, is he actually going to float it into the main? I don't think you can do that. No, it looks like you can't do that. So, never mind. My knowledge of the map failing me a little bit there. But it will be some kind of proxy vulture action going down.
I wish there was a float. That would actually be really entertaining if you could somehow manage to... I guess it is possible to drop it in that bottom left and then try to open up the mineral only, or that basically a little mineral slot along the corner. We'll see if that happens, but it looks like there is a preventative creep colony on the front. At the very least, these vultures should still establish map control, and we have Lair going up in the meantime, and no third hatch this time, so 2-hatch opening build for Ace.
Yeah, but the thing is, if Ace is playing... Oh, no, it looks like... Never mind, he is making the sunken. I was just going to say, sometimes the player will only make the creep and not morph the sunken immediately. And, oh, it looks like Scan doing something. I guess he saw the sunken with his SCV. He's like, oh, I guess my vulture might go down, but maybe it won't. Oh! Dying right at the top of the ramp with a last shot by a hero sunken, stretching its tentacle all the way up to the top of the ramp, poking that vulture to death. Second vulture being made now, but a huge blow against Scan right there.
Yeah, and it looks like what he's going to try to do is just stage drones, which is going to slow his economy down even further while he gets a Spire up on the front. Wow. Completely revealing a strategy. And it looks like we are going to see that back edge mineral opened up. There's an Overlord to see it. But the question is will he even be able to do anything about it? He doesn't have any ranged units, and it looks like that Vulture at the corner can just back those Zerglings off. And wow, he can actually mine at the same time. This is a scary situation.
Yeah, now I think though he's not going to mine. He's going to try and push the Vulture through. But no, looks like I have no idea where he's going with that. I'm pretty sure he's going to try and push the Vulture through those minerals, as we saw in. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to talk.
Because he's already mined it. It's 40 minerals.
Oh, I think he can. Can he still do it? I don't really know.
He can still do it with a Spider Mine.
He is going with 2-port Wraith, though. It is going to be 2-port Cloak Wraith coming out. He actually went for Cloak before getting the first 2 Wraiths. Oftentimes what you see is the player... the Terran player throws down the 2 starports, builds 2 Wraiths, and after the first 2 are out, he then throws down the control tower. But Scan, opting for the faster control tower, will have Cloak earlier, and it is going to be against a 2-hatch. Well, he got a Hydra Den, but that's probably just to defend against the Vultures. It is going to be 2-hatch Spire. Is he saving up his Larva? It looks like he's actually not saving up Larva. It looks like he actually got supply blocked on accident. Because one Wraith actually was getting some Overlord kills, but Ling somehow running into the main. It doesn't matter too much, though. Scan doing a bit of Marine Micro, and the Wraiths will help out as well. But Ace will get a good look. He will see the 2 ports. He will see the blinking control tower. And he's going to know exactly what's up. Now, I do think that with these mutas out, as long as Ace has some nice control... Oh, another Vulture is sacrificing itself at the front.
I will win! Explosion. That's always how I visualize the Vultures. Like, we'll do this! Never mind. Evolution Chamber now upgrading, and the thing is, Game 1, this was not successful. But I gotta say, impressive micro from the Wraith. Let's see if it'll be a little bit more effective this match. But Hydralisks already have been fielded. They're already out there. And we already have about halfway finished on the speed, and the Wraiths haven't even gone an open field to engage. Oh, and you already have Mulisks right on top of them. This is going to be really difficult to execute.
Oh, but the Wraiths are now cloaked, and there's no Overlord in sight. Ace is going to lose at least one of these mutas. Fortunately, the Wraiths actually only do half damage to mutas, since they do have explosive against small once again. But, looks like the factory is just chilling at the right side. I'm not sure what that's doing, just like a spotting factory. More Wraiths are being produced. Now, this build didn't quite work out for Scan in the first game, but Hydra Lurk attack won't really work on this map due to once again, these small bridges will not actually... I'm not sure if Hydras pass through, but Lurkers definitely don't. So it's going to be a much longer distance for Hydras and Lurkers to travel. However, this time Ace does have Spore Colonies in each mineral line, so he will be much better defended against these Wraiths. He's also getting Overlord speed that just finished now, so I think he'll be in a good position right now against the 2-port.
Yeah, and if he throws in some Hydralisks and decides to press forward, there's not a lot, although I think he's just going to stick with the Overlord Mutalisk play, which surprises me a little bit, honestly. I think, yes, Hydralisks have trouble with mobility, but still, it's not so awful I wouldn't want to utilize them against the Wraith Force. Bunker out on a natural expansion currently, so it looks like we are going to see a mineral save, and those Wraiths just being defensive units here in the meantime. But in the meantime, it looks like, once again, Scan starting off with Wraith and being way behind economically.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's going to try and throw down his command center. No, just building a turret there. Continuing to build Wraiths. Going to have a ton of Wraiths, though. But he's not doing any harassment quite yet. I'm not sure why. He's being quite conservative, quite passive with these Wraiths. He went in and killed a couple of Overlords. As soon as he saw the Muta and Scourge, he just stayed at home and defended. Now we have a lot of Overlords along with Muta and Scourge here. Scan's going to have to micro for his life right now. I mean, he does have some turrets off. Cloak is done. He's going to get 1 Overlord. He gets 2 Overlords. There are Marines in this bunker. Ace is just going for it. Oh my goodness, Scan is doing some nice micro here. This is not a good engagement for Ace at all. Ace goes for the bunker. Oh my god, Ace, what are you doing? Oh, he's still got a number of mutas. The Wraiths are microing. Scan doing a good job microing. Ace had a ton of units, but now he has to back up. Oh god.
Wow, that actually might have done it. It looks like enough suicide damage from Ace that he's going to end up losing a lot of Overlords. That was basically 2 hatcheries worth of minerals. Might end up losing some Mulisks as well once this additional Overlord's taken out and we see Cloak. Oh,
and
wow.
now Ace is actually at 10 food. He is at 28 of 10. That's right. He has lost almost every single Overlord he had. Now reproducing a few more, but still supply block. 28 out of 26 food. Scan at 56 food, almost double. Actually, I think, once again, he's at double the food of Ace. So and now throwing down his natural command center. Now, we did see a similar position last in the first game where Ace, seemed to be really behind and managed to do a nice counterattack, but this time he does not have a significant number of units. I mean, he lost all his mutas there, a ton of Overlords, only has a handful of Hydras, really in a bad position right now.
I gotta say, that it seems like Ace consistently has been choosing terrible engagement situations. Really just awful. You do not want to have your Overlords and your Mutalisks and nothing but Mutalisks sitting over a bunker and a turret while you're engaging Wraith in microplay. He should have just abandoned that location, moved to another location, and tried to engage at some other spot, but just forcibly sitting there and as a result paying for it. I mean, he lost a huge amount of his economy, a huge amount of his macro base, really, really hurting, and now I gotta say, it looks like Scan has a really strong lead.
I think Scan's command center was rallied to the bottom left or something, because there were 4 SCVs just moving to the bottom left of the map. That was really weird. At first I thought it was a scout, but then I just saw like more and more SCVs going in that direction, so a little bit of a funny misrally there, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, his natural command center is about to go up, so he will be on 2 base to 2 base. He does have 2 bunkers at the front now for defense. He's building his first siege tank and researching siege mode, now doing the SCV transfer. And the thing is, he has so many Wraiths, I'm pretty sure he can one-shot Hydras right now, but there are a lot of Hydras. Okay, looks like Hydras can actually pass through that narrow gap. So a lot of Hydras and Mutas going through the middle of the map. They will get spotted by an SCV, so Scan looks like he is going to pull his Wraith force back. And, well, that SCV is not going to... Oh, it's going to not even die. It's going to survive.
Looks like we do have 2 preventative bunkers, more bunkers being constructed. Not even enough Marines to go in the bunkers at this stage, as well as the Wraith to provide some support. This is a huge
factor.
Go. Oh my goodness, looks like the Hydro's pressing up. They're focusing on the wrong bunker that's not even going to group repair on that first bunker. And the siege tank picked off. That was actually huge. The Wraith there's plenty of detection there to work against these Wraith, and it looks like that these Hydralisks can get it accomplished. Oh no, additional Overlords being picked off. Nice micromanagement. The front door does hold, but still, wow, that was a really scary threat from Ace.
Yeah, but I mean the mass repair, look at how many SCVs are crowded around that bunker. The mass repair, that bunker will regenerate health at infinity HP per second. And Ace, look at how few drones he has at his natural. He's got a few more at his main, but I think he's going to be all in with this attack. It looks like he's going for it once again. Once again, he's going for it. He's trying to get the bunker down. The bunker's being repaired. He's focusing down SCVs, but oh my god, it's taking so much damage. He's losing so many Hydras. I don't think this is going to work.
Wow. And I got to say, really brilliant dedication and engagement there from Scan. Just keeping the Wraith back, letting the Hydralisks walk up, take the bunker, and then running in, diving, taking out Overlords, and letting the bunker just do the damage to Hydralisks. He's just beautiful micromanagement and beautiful engagement there for him, really executing that perfectly, and then just kiting those Hydralisks back into bunker range if they were attempting to sit back and attack the Wraith. Everything going right for Scan thus far. He does have that scene shank up on the front. And keep in mind, all these Hydralisks and all the Hydralisks that are expended, those were potential drones. So now we have Ace even further economically behind. He is trying to sneak an expansion in that bottom right-hand corner.
Indeed he is, but his economy is just so hurting right now.